follow a character, it follows multiple characters.
Yeah,
Go ahead and repeat my question, sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, so the story doesn't follow one character, it follows multiple characters.
Oh, yeah. And
I'm sorry. I meant Dad to say it since we're not going to be on camera.
what?
We're not going to be on camera, so you will have to say, this story does not, go ahead. So we're not hearing, no one's hearing us, they're only hearing you. So we just brought up a subject and you just answered it without saying what our question was. So you got to put your question in your answer. So you would be
Yeah, okay. What was the question again?
It was
Story, does the story follow one character or multiple characters?
Oh, it covers multiple characters, but the main characters, you'll find their names on the dog tags back there on the back. They are the main characters in the book. There's multiple, but we're talking about present day now, of course, because he's talking to them, to the soldiers, the deceased soldiers, and of course it's his funeral, and who knows how old the last one will be or would have been. I'll have to research to find out. I don't know. I'm just going off the character and using that as a conduit to get comfort for the soldier. But anyway, he reads it. He tells them. He says, "Now, don't suffer the little children of the media from being here." He says, they're the ones that are paid by their bosses, who are paid by whatever product's being pushed to promote or demote whatever it is that their intentions are. He says, the weirdness of me being able to get through to you with this letter will be enough to just shock the world. And by no means will it be able to be another government cover-up that's going to cost millions of dollars. Yeah. He says, but anyway, he says, now the rest of the story will be explained by the director of what he saw as he was coming across the Potomac River in such a happy state. So at the end of the day, the director, Robert Duvall, goes back to write down everything while it's fresh on his mind. And in the process, he puts on the record Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, Count the Price of Freedom, laying in the ground. So he goes over the rest of the story of what he came from the foot of Lincoln with. And it was for the different soldiers from all over the world that are scattered by cannon fire that aren't over here with us in the grave in Arlington Cemetery, to be banded around the reflecting pool. And the bandwidths are to represent what's on the spine of the book, from the very first war, Revolutionary War, all the way to the present Iran-Iraq War, to be banded side by side in different colors, tile, around the reflecting pool, starting, at the very beginning, the west end, and go counterclockwise like NASCAR. So it's easier to read what's within the bands of all that happened in that era of war. And Mr. Lincoln said he wanted it well within the sight of him and on old number 1 over there, Washington. And he said this way these soldiers can be better banded together from all these wars, and America can see the cost and the price and the total lives that it took to have our freedom where it's at today, and the freedom of other countries that are around the world that were free from oppression by us. So when people come to visit, they'll be able to see Soul to be Diers' timeline as far as cost and lives. And if they come to protest or band together every year like they do for the different holidays, they know that they're standing on the shoulders of all the blood that it took to get them here. And equally, Lincoln said, and it's going to be in the third edition, or the third, it's not in that book, it's going to be in the third revision. He said, just as the water is pulled from Potomac, placed into the reflecting pool, and then is washed out back into the sea, eventually the sea, into the river downstream, is highly representative of what's happening with the lives that are being lost today in whatever measures that we know and don't know about. So it's fresh, it's there, it's there.